Hello guys, welcome back to our blog CMS. If you have been following my video from the beginning and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel so you're going to see my new posts when I post anything. And if you're just new to this channel, please, I'd love you to just subscribe so once I post any new video you can get notified. So let's get started. And in our previous video we're able to make use of our Django authentication, whereby we're able to register a user and we're able to log in a user, but I don't think I was able to add the logout. I didn't do the logout yet, and I was saying that we logged in as Mike the last time, because I can remember we created a new user, Mike. We logged in as Mike, but right now I don't know, there's no place showing that Mike is one that is logged in here, or if there's another person that is logged in, so we don't know who is logged in now. And also, even though maybe he's an anonymous user that doesn't have an account store, that maybe is viewing our sites, we don't actually have an idea who is actually here. So I think that is what we are going to do in this video. So let's get started by first, I think I want to add my logout. That will be in my nav bar. I think my logout is somewhere, this hamburger sign, drop down, login. So let me first of all add the logout first. I think I'll need to copy this and paste it again, but this time around I'll call this out. So I think I want to make use of something called, like a function called is authenticated, meaning if a user is authenticated, do this. If the user is not authenticated, then do this. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about, so let's practice it so you can see what I'm talking about here. So I'm just basically trying to say, if a user is authenticated, that means if a user is logged in, show me this. If the user is not logged in, then show me this. So let's do that. If user dot is, I think, underscore, sorry, underscore authenticated today, then if a user is authenticated, else if it's authenticated, else do this. Then we can end our if here. So we're going to end if. So let's say if the user is logged in, no, I think this should be log out. If user is logged in, show me logout. If the user is logged in, show me logout. If the user is not logged in, then show me login. That is what this command is for. As I said, if user is authenticated. So let's see how that looks like. Okay, I can see logout, meaning someone is logged in, but that's the problem I'm having. I don't know who is logged in, so I want to have a place I can see who is logged in and who is not logged in. I think I'll do that maybe somewhere here. Let me scroll up a little bit, maybe here, somewhere here. What I'm going to do, I will do something like this. Request the user. So I'm trying to request the user because I want to know who is logged in and who is not logged in. So request the user. So let's see what we have here. Okay, request the user is Mike, meaning this is showing me that Mike is the person that is logged in. So if I try to log out now, I think I'm having an error here. Method not allowed. Method not allowed get. Okay, my logout is a get method. I think this is trying to tell me I should make use of post method. So my logout is a get method. It's basically telling me I should make use of post method. So how can we make use of a post method? I think I'll wrap this in a form then. Okay. Then I think in the form I need to give the method of post. let me call it action. So now I'll give it the URL of logout. So let me just copy this. So URL of logout, and let me create a button. But first, let me add a CRF token here. CSRF underscore token. So let me give this a button. So I think we're going to call this logout. Logout. Let me give the type of submit. I think that was it. Let me just use the class that we have here. That's button large. So button large fits. Okay, I think this is all we need. Let's go back and refresh. So let me try and log out mic. Okay, now we can see logout. So let me try and log out mic. As you can see now, I'm seeing anonymous user, meaning nobody's logged in now. This is what I actually wanted. Now I know who is logged in, who is not logged in. Now I can see anonymous user, meaning anonymous user, nobody's logged in, just a blank page that anybody can come and view what's here. So if I try to log in as Alvin, as you can see, once you are logged out, it will now display login. Once you are logged in, it will display logout. So let me try to log in then as Alvin. I think the other user I have here is Alvin. Let me give you my password. Now I can see who is logged in, and the person that is logged in now is Alvin. This is nice, we're getting right along, but I think I need to style this my user a little bit so it can display perfectly. So let's go up to where we have our requests. I think this is it. Let me try giving this a little bit of styling. Let's wrap this up in a div. Okay, I think I want to give my div a class of visa info, and let me give an icon here. I want to have an icon here. Let me copy this. So let me get rid of this one. So now I have an icon. So in my icon, what I'm going to have, I think I'll have a class. Let me call this a class of, let me use font awesome. That's, let me say this is user circle. Let me see how this looks first. Okay, I have a user circle here. Let me put this inside the icon. This is not looking too nice, so I'm sorry. Let me style it a little bit. I think I'll get this out of the icon. So let me give it a styling, maybe a nice styling. So let's say style. Let me float this. Let's have a float. Float to the right. Let's have a margin right. Let me give this 15 pixel. Let me give the font width. And the font width, let it be bold. Font width of bold. I think this should look better. So let's see what we have. Let's refresh. Okay, this is much better. And the user, the Alvin. So now I know that it's Alvin that's logged in. So let's log out again and try. Okay, now we're logged out anonymous user. That means no, this is an anonymous user, it doesn't have an account with us. But another problem I'm having is that an anonymous user should not have access to add a post because it doesn't have an account with us. So it's not proper for it to be adding a post when you don't have an account, and it's not proper for it to just have access to update any post and delete any post. So this is another thing we're going to work on, and we're still going to use the same function that we used down here, which is if user.is authenticated. So let's just grab this and go to our, okay, we're seeing our nav bar. Let's scroll up to where we have the add post and just paste this here. Beneath it, we can just end it with end if, and that's all. So let's go back and check, and we have our add post. Let me refresh. So now if you're an anonymous user that is not logged in, you don't have an account with us, you won't be able to add a post. So we're going to also do the same thing for update and delete. So an anonymous user that doesn't have an account should not be able to like update any post or delete a post. So we're going to do the same thing. So I think we'll have this in our home.html, which is this place. So we're going to just say end if. Let's check. Voila, and it's gone. So you can't add a post, you can't update a post, delete a post, or add a post as an anonymous user, but we still have a problem. We just still have one single problem. Maybe if the anonymous user maybe knows the URL to where we can add a post, it can just come here and just give it a slash call add underscore the posts and just click on enter. He will be able to come here. As you can see, he's an anonymous user. The add post is not here, but he is able to add a post, which is not right. You're not supposed to even, that's what I'm saying. If the anonymous user has access or he knows the URL to add a post, he or she can easily come here and do this and add a post. So we're also going to work on that too by doing this. Going to where we have our add posts, that's here, I think here. I'm going to add this here and end. I'm going to end the if. So we can also say else. Else meaning if you are logged in, if you are logged in, you can see our add post form. Else if you're not logged in, let's send a message. It can be anything. You can download any image you want. This way you can have maybe have 404 error or anything. So you can just say login to view page. Okay, so let's do the same thing for update and delete. So let's say this if user is authenticated. Okay, we have it here. So let's go to our delete post and do the same thing there. If user is underscore so now we have added this everywhere. So let's check if it is working. Let's refresh a little bit. So let's just go straight to the URL of add post, log into view page. So an anonymous user can't see this page if he's not logged in, even though he or she knows the URL. Let's go to our delete and know if it's still the same thing. Our delete, I think our delete URL is, I call it delete posts, and I think maybe first post. Yes, As you can see, even though it's trying to delete, you can the same email, the same message, log into view page. So this is what we want, and this is all we have for this video. So now we can log in as Mike. Let's try to log in as Mike. As you can see now, Mike is logged in. Mike can add a post, Mike can update a post and delete a post. So basically this is what we actually want. I don't think I did that in article. Let's go to our article and do the same thing there. I think article.html. We didn't do the if user is authenticated here. So we're going to end our if here. But we can't know if we log out. Okay, now here anonymous user cannot update here or delete. So this is actually what we want, and it's looking better now. So this is all we have for this video. Like I said, this is what I wanted to do in this video. I want to know who is logged in and who is not logged in, and I want to just limit some access to a user that is not logged in. I don't want the user that is not logged in to be able to add a post, update a post, or delete a post. So only logged in user have access to do that. So and thanks for watching. See you guys next time.